I can't believe I have to say this, but no, you can't legally execute a baby. If you watched the debate on Tuesday, you heard Donald Trump accuse Democrats of pushing for abortions after the 9th month of pregnancy. In other words, executing a fully delivered baby.
In other words, we'll execute the baby.
But this ridiculous notion isn't some sudden Trumpism. It's a fake narrative right-wingers have pushed for years. So this week for Mother Jones, I want to explain where this lie came from, why post-birth abortions aren't real, and how we got here in the first place. Because it's frankly insane we're still treating this as a real talking point. Now, Trump did cite a source, and I'm using the word source very generously, the governor of West Virginia. Not the current governor, who's doing a very good job, but the governor before.
They even have, and you can look at the governor of West Virginia, the previous governor of West Virginia, not the current governor, who's doing an excellent job, but the governor before, he said the baby will be born and we will decide what to do with the baby. In other words, we'll execute the baby.
The person Trump is referencing is Ralph Northam, the former governor of Virginia, not West Virginia. In 2019, Northam was asked a question on a radio show about raising restrictions on third trimester abortions. These procedures are extremely rare. They require multiple doctors to sign off and are reserved for cases where the mother's life is in danger or to provide palliative care for a baby with no chance of survival, like if it was born with its heart outside of its body. Here are Northam's exact words.
When we talk about third trimester abortions, these are done with the consent of obviously the mother, with the consent of the physicians, more than one physician, by the way. And it's done in cases where there may be severe deformities, there may be a fetus that's non-viable. So in this particular example, if a mother is in labor, I can tell you exactly what would happen. The infant would be delivered. The infant would be kept comfortable. The infant would be resuscitated if that's what the mother and the family desired. And then a discussion would ensue between the physicians and the mothers.
Northam was specifically talking about these very rare cases that are always excruciating tragedies for everyone involved. Third trimester abortions account for less than 1% of pregnancy terminations. If a person is undergoing this procedure, something has gone terribly wrong. No one is carrying a child for 9 months just to change their mind at the last second. And so when governments explicitly decriminalize this type of care, it means you can go through the most traumatic, horrible day of your life without worrying about you or your doctor facing legal repercussions. But of course, it's no fun to demonize grieving parents. That's why the right created this fake idea of post-birth abortions in the first place. Before Northam's 2019 comments, conservatives invented this idea of partial birth abortions. Anti-abortion activists alleged that babies would be partially delivered and then promptly executed. I cannot overstate how not real this is. But that doesn't matter to the right. And after Northam talked about providing palliative care to fatally ill newborns, conservatives latched onto this disgusting fantasy of Democrats executing fully birthed babies. And if you think I'm exaggerating, last year Newt Gingrich said Democrats want to legalize killing a baby up to 30 days after it's born, like returning an Amazon order. Similarly, Sean Hannity, who Trump cited as a source for something during the debate, is a big fan of calling grieving mothers villains. Here's how he describes what is probably the most difficult decision in the world for parents and doctors.
So if someone says hours before, oh, I'm having emotional second thoughts, and a doctor says, okay, then they're allowed to commit infanticide?
That word infanticide has caught on and spread across right-wing media over the past few years, especially on Trump's favorite channel, Fox News.
It used to be safe, legal, and rare, but now it's full-on embrace of infanticide.
Literally infanticide, taking the life of a child who is breathing.
What that doctor is talking about, or that governor is talking about, is when you deliver the baby, then they make a decision.
That's infanticide.
It is.
So it's no surprise Trump repeated this lie at the debate. But this wasn't even his debut with this specific lie. Over the past few years, Trump has alleged Democratic baby murder over and over and over again. This is just the first time he's faced any pushback.
There is no state in this country where it is legal to kill a baby after it's born.
I doubt this means Trump will change course, especially considering his main bar for the truth is, I saw it on TV.
Well, I've seen people on television.
Let me just say here, this is the
people on television say my dog was taken and used for food.
But that doesn't mean you have to fall for the same trap. Polls have shown time and time again that the majority of Americans want comprehensive abortion access. And since the Dobbs decision, attempts to limit abortion access through the electorate have consistently failed, even in red states. By limiting abortion access in the first place, whether it's totally or at the 6-week mark, or making parents jump through hoops just to get medical care that they need, Republicans are ensuring that there will be more cases that require traumatic medical intervention than by allowing people to have control over their bodies in the first place. Abortion is important because everyone deserves control over their bodies. But it's not just limited to people who don't want to carry a pregnancy to term. Comprehensive abortion access means that if you choose to start a family and things go terribly, horribly, heartbreakingly wrong, you don't have to compound the inevitable death of your child with your own. It's really that simple.